It's that time of the week again, baby. We're back. We're back with more baggy time-lapse art. I've got more art for you guys. More drawing. And the third place winner of the vote, you guys voted, it's Venom, baby. Let's go! Let's go. Today we're drawing Venom. So let's just jump right into it. So starting off with my inspiration board. I guess I should start with the fact that I love Venom. Venom's my favorite Spider-Man villain, anti-hero, whatever you want. I love all iterations of Venom. I love the Venom movies, even though many people will tell you they're dog shit. They might be right, but I fucking love them anyways. I don't care. I love those movies. I think they're funny. And inspiration board. We've got Insomniac's Venom, Marvel Rivals Venom, the 90s Spider-Man Venom, and the greatest Venom of all time, the Spectacular Spider-Man Venom. I love Venom as a villain who becomes a hero, which is kind of what the more popular version of him nowadays. But starting off with that just burning hatred for Spider-Man. So I wanted to show that in my Venom drawing. I wanted him to. I like Venom as the idea of like what Venom's going for the look of the suit is a corrupted Spider-Man, like an evil Spider-Man. So for his body mass, I know there's a lot of debate on whether Venom should be the size of, like, Hulk, like a big monster, or if he should be the size of just, like, a really strong dude. I like them both. I think they're both cool. I like the monster Venom a little bit more, but for my design, I wanted to try and go for, like, an in-between. So, like, abnormally tall, really huge arms, but, like, his legs are pretty normal size, like, for a really strong guy. I love the proportions on Spectacular Spider-Man's Venom. How he's got these massive fucking arms, huge fucking, like, upper body, and then itty-bitty little legs. I think it's funny, but I also think it looks cool. I think it's very dynamic. I think it's very interesting to look at. Makes him unique. So, drawing out my Venom body here, I'm trying, like I said in my Batman video, I'm not the best right now at drawing, like, different body types, but I think I did pretty good with this one, with these few drawings for just absolutely yorked fucking body, just super jacked. I've always loved how Venom has a very tiny head compared to the rest of his body, so I also went for that kind of look, and I think, I don't recall if there's been a Venom that does this. I think maybe Tom Hardy's Venom is kind of, but I gave Venom multiple rows of teeth here, like a shark. I think that would be a cool concept. I think, that would just be real neato. 'Cause I don't know what, like, animalistic, like biologically would be effective for Venom for in terms of eating people. But I think having multiple rows of teeth that are kind of just, like, all over the place would be, like, it would be the most interesting. And then his eyes, I'm going to change his eyes a couple times throughout this video, so don't get attached to these ones, I suppose. But here we're drawing the symbol. I took my Spider-Man symbol for my personal Spider-Man design, and I drew over it. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to see if my spider symbol were to be corrupted into Venom's logo, how would it do that? How would it work? And at first I tried the shoulder straps, because I personally like the shoulder straps on Venom. I think they're neat. But I ended up not liking them for this specific design. And again, very inspired by this, like, body of, like, Rivals and Spectacular kind of mixed together. So I decided to go for the under the armpit look for the symbol. And I think it looks better, but tell me what you think you would have done for the symbol for this Venom instead. I redraw the eyes to try and make them a little better, and I will continue to change them many times. But moving on to these next drawings in just a second. I try a few different poses, and I tried to fit 3 images or 4 images into this drawing sheet. It didn't happen, guys. It didn't fucking happen. He's just too big. He's too humongous to fit all that in a way that I liked. So instead, I just did my usual 3. But here we've got a crouching pose. One of the things I love about Venom is, despite being such a huge, bulky character, he does all of the Spider-Man poses, all the crazy, intense, like, Spider-Man poses. So here I've got one of him crouching and roaring. We can see the multiple rows of teeth on the head. And the tongue, baby. Oh my god, the tongue. So I love when Venom has a really long, like fucking ridiculously long tongue. And I love when it looks like a ribbon. And it like makes these sharp angles and turns. I love it. It feels alien. It feels unnatural, and I like it. And then moving on to the third and final drawing, we've got a punching pose where he's just throwing a haymaker at the camera. This one was pretty simple, but I liked drawing, again, having the smaller legs and the bigger, like, having Venom be really top heavy, I think is cool. I think it just makes him look interesting to look at, and it differentiates him from, like, Hulk or Juggernaut or other strong, big characters. Defining all the muscles and stuff, which I'm no anatomy expert. Like I said, I'm very amateur level artist, but I eyeballed it. I throw the rule book to the wind. I put it on and it looked right to me, so I went with it. But once again, multiple rows of teeth. It looks real gnarly. I like it a lot. And then the long ribbon-like tongue, baby. And again, that little, like, extra, like, tuft of mask at the top. I think it looks neat. And I also like expressing Venom's eyes in a way that changes them. Whereas when I express Spider-Man's eyes, like, yes, they change very expressively, but, like, they usually retain a circle-ish shape, like that egg shape. I like changing Venom's eyes in, like, any way I want, because he's an alien. And, like, all of his appearance is, like, malleable. And he can change it to be, like, to look like all sorts of things. He can look like clothes. He can look like, I saw he turned into a fucking train on Marvel Kids or something. That was pretty nuts. But, yeah, finally, moving on to coloring this bad boy. I went with a dark blue, almost black, and shaded it with, like, a lighter blue. And then the 90s shading, baby, the 90s shading. I love the 90s shading. I think it looks very cool. Again, I'm a sucker for color. I'm obsessed with color. I love the colored versions of dark characters. I just think it's neat. But also, I am a fan of, like, the black Venom, the really dark blacks. So I wanted to get a nice in-between with this really dark blue, having patches of lighter blue to define the body, and then the 90s shading to brighten him up. I think it looks really nice. And then coloring his tongue pink, just, flesh-colored pink. And the hand patches. I didn't talk about the hand patches. Hand patches are important, guys. A good Venom design's got the hand patches, baby. We love the hand patches. Why? I don't fucking know. They just look nice. They shoot the webs, I guess. I don't know whose idea the hand patches were, but they're nice. I like them. And then coloring the final drawing over here, the 90s shading, the light blue with the dark blue. Like I said, I love the third drawing, how you can see the symbol going under his arms. I really like that on the third and first drawing. That's always a fun touch of Venom's design, is how the symbol wraps around his whole body and connects on the back. It's a fun way to do symbols that not a lot of characters that I've seen do that. Reminds me of how, like, Invincible's costume makes an eye, which took me fucking forever to actually learn that. Did you guys know that? If you didn't know that, now you know. Invincible's costume makes the letter I, and his fucking head is the letter I. It's like the dot. It blew my fucking mind how I didn't notice that. Anyways, tangent over. Now we just gotta shade that bad boy with my straight black shading, which you can't really see that well on this color, but that's okay, because it still works. Make the background, sign that bitch, send her to... I'm running out of jokes for this sender to, like, I don't know where to send it, guys. Send it to fucking space. Give it to the aliens so they can appreciate one of their own kind. That's Baggies Venom design, baby. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I forgot to touch on the symbol, how it doesn't fully connect to itself like my Spider-Man symbol. I think it looks neat. I like showing the color through the through the symbol of the rest of the costume. But yeah, I just want to touch on that. That is my Venom design. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And if you want me to do good and succeed in the future. But yeah, I really appreciate you guys for watching. And all we've got after Venom is Rodan, and then it'll be that time again for another vote, baby. I'm gonna pick out some more characters, and we'll start voting again. I had a really fun time doing the vote with you guys last time, so show up, get ready, because the vote will be coming out soon. Probably before the Rodan video, so y'all have time to get those votes in. But until then, I've been Baggy, and until next time, stay creative, try to have fun, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye!